So I don't normally do these kind of videos. But, that being said, this is of such importance, I feel I must. As you know, that I am a naval man. And all things Navy, I generally will have a pint to. Any battle. Air Force, don't get me started about the Air Force. Okay. They came out of the Navy anyway, and they went off. Can't think of any Air Force battles. It's Battle Britain, I suppose, that should be celebrated, obviously, because the Navy was tied up. But we'll do another job. Anyway, I digress. I would never big up the Air Force, actively. Or the British Army. Or the Marines, SAS, whatever. Would never do it. However, on this one rare occasion, I feel I must. And as you can see, for those that know me, I have a formal hat on. Okay. So we're going to talk about an event, or celebrate an event, I should say, in remembrance, that happened this day, October 25th, in 1854. Okay. At the Battle of Balaclava. Okay. So Lord Cardigan led the British light infantry against a Russian target on this day. And this is where it all goes wrong. It went wrong. Okay. Military intelligence and upper echelons sent these boys against the wrong target. They sent the light brigade against a rather heavily defended Russian cannon position. Yeah. Cannons versus horses, you can already see this is going to go slightly sideways. However, us being British, even in the army, and clearly they were reading a page out of Nelson's book on never mind the manoeuvres, just go straight at them. Sodom, go straight at them, which is what they did. So, like I said, this is Battle of Balaclava in the Crimean War, and some 600 horses with lancers. Remember, lancers have swords, don't normally have guns. Swords versus cannons. Engaged the Russians. As you can imagine, it was a complete massacre. It was a Russian victory to a point, and I'll get to that in a minute. As you can imagine, many British were severely wounded and lost their lives. Some 335 horses, I believe, also lost their lives and should be remembered for this as well. So the Battle of Balaclava is known by a different name. It is known as the Charge of the Light Brigade. And into the Valley of Death they rode, which I believe Lord Alfred Tennyson wrote a poem some 6 weeks later on the subject. So even though the British lost due to complete miscommunications with upper echelons, where have we heard that before? And let's not even start with what's been going on this week in just politic land of miscommunications and we are here to celebrate that particular battle. And because of our zeal and our ability to turn a defeat into something bigger, the 17th Lancers have been immortalised in history. The Charge of the Light Brigade. I'm not going to read Tennyson's poem. You can Wikipedia it. You can Wikipedia exactly what happened in the battle. So, but yeah, these boys here charged at cannons. A beer at my local Tring brewery celebrates this. It's called Death or Glory, 7.2%. And every year it's brewed this year for this commemoration. Also some meat chompers too, which are very tasty. So I'm going to get through all these to celebrate the Charge of the Light Brigade. But let be said, yes, it was a defeat. But because of the poem and the way it was spun, better than most of the politicians' spins this week, Again, we've lost that disaster. It turned into something more. It turned into the British went back down. It turned into the 17th Lancers were enshrined by the Queen themselves. And to this day, they still exist in some form. I think amalgamated with a couple of other regiments. But they're still talked about. And we're here just to commemorate them. So like I said, it's not every day that I would big up either the Air Force or the Army or any Marines, because obviously the Navy is superior. But these boys gave the rest of the British Army, people, and in fact the world, hope. And that's one thing that we always do. So I'm going to get through these commemorative beers on this night to remember the boys. If you have a strong ale, please join me. But I just thought I'd get this little video out of the way just to commemorate the 25th of October and to celebrate these boys who were in a rock and a hard place, really. But they did their duty, they got hurt, but we're still here and we still remember. So lads, without further ado, from myself, the captain, and the whole of the Royal Navy, thank you for your service. Here's up to you. And on that note, I shall finish this quick video, and good to see you everyone. Have a pleasant evening. Captain out.